Hello students, I am Dr. Anita Sharma. Welcome in my chemistry class. Today I am going to start a new topic, that is phase rule, and I'll explain phase diagram of water system. So let's begin. Physical Chemistry paper 202. In this lecture we will learn phase rule, and for that we will take the example of one component system, and that is water system. So phase rule, a rule relating the possible number of phases, constituents and degree of freedom in a chemical system. So if we have one closed physical system, we can take one example of water system. In water system we have three phases. Three phases can exist in water system, that is liquid phase water, solid phase ice, and gaseous phase water vapor. So in that condition, if two phases are in equilibrium, what could be the degree of freedom? What will be the effect of temperature, pressure and other variables like concentration on that system? This whole concept, this whole information was given by Gibbs. So the phase rule is also known as Gibbs phase rule, and he gave this formula. With the help of this formula, F is equal to C minus P plus 2, we can determine the degree of freedom. In this lecture only I'll explain meaning of degree of freedom, components and phases. So here F stands for degree of freedom, C component of the system, and P is the number of phases. So now phase is defined as any homogeneous and physically distinct part of a system bounded by surface and is mechanically separable from other parts of system. So how many phases are there? That we can decide on the basis of their homogeneous nature and whether they are mechanically separable or not. A phase may be gaseous, liquid and solid. So in water system, we are taking the example of water system. In water system we have three phases: water vapors, water, liquid water and ice. So ice is completely separable from water, and water is completely separable for water vapor by physical means or mechanical method. So there are three phases in water system, and there must be a definite boundary between two phases. This boundary is known as interphase. Example: air constitutes a single phase because in air we have the mixture of nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, water vapor, etc., and these gases are not mechanically separable. If we want to separate these gases by mechanical method, we cannot separate. So water system is called homogeneous system, or we can say if system consisting only one phase is said to be homogeneous, and if a system consisting more than one phase, then it is called heterogeneous system. So if two liquids are immiscible, then they will form two separate liquid phases. For example, benzene and water, immiscible. So if we keep the mixture of benzene and water for some times, clear cut one layer of benzene and another layer of water we can see, and they are mechanically separable also. So if two phases are mechanically separable, they are called separable phases, and the system is called heterogeneous system. If two liquids are miscible, they will form one liquid phase only, say alcohol and water. So if we are adding alcohol and water, we will get only one phase, and system is called homogeneous system. If we are taking oil and water, then they are not miscible and two phases will be there, and system is called heterogeneous. So one more example of heterogeneous mixture, calcium carbonate system. So in calcium carbonate system, calcium carbonate and CaO both are solid phase, but they are not miscible, and third is gaseous. So in this system, calcium carbonate system, we have three phases because all three phases are mechanically separable. So second term is component, and component is defined as the smallest number of independently variable constituents by means of which the composition of each phase can be expressed in terms of chemical equation. So what exactly the meaning of component? Now we will understand by taking the example of water system. So in water system we have three different phases: ice, water and water vapor. All three phases, so number of constituents which can be useful for the expression of all three phases. See, we can, here in water system only one component is required. One component is required means only H2O. The formula H2O can express ice, water and water vapor. In some system, more than one component is also required, but in water system, only one component, because the definition of component is the chemical equation or the chemical formula which is required to represent whole system. So whole system is made up of 3 different phases, and all phases can be represented by one formula. That is why this is called one component system. The third term is degree of freedom. So degree of freedom is defined as minimum number of independent variables, factors such as temperature, pressure and concentration of the phases, which must be fixed in order to define the condition of a system completely. It means if 2 phases are in equilibrium, that time which variables like temperature, pressure or constant we can change, if we can change, by which that equilibrium will not be disturbed. So if 2 phases are in equilibrium, say water and water vapors, so this liquid and gaseous phase are in equilibrium, that time which variable like temperature, pressure or constant, how many variables we can change so that equilibrium will not be disturbed is called degree of freedom. A system having 1, 2, 3 or 0 degree of freedom is called univariant, bivariant, trivariant and monovariant respectively. So if degree of freedom is 1, means one variable we can change without disturbing the equilibrium, then the system is called univariant. If no variable is there, if it means if we cannot change temperature, pressure or concentration, no variable we can change. If we will change any variable, then system will be disturbed or equilibrium will not be established, then the system is called non-variant system. So if we take the example of water system for the explanation of degree of freedom, the 3 phases can be in equilibrium only at particular temperature, pressure and so if we want to change temperature or pressure, anything, then equilibrium will be disturbed. So these 2 variables will be constant. We cannot change any of the variable at the point where all 3 phases are in equilibrium. So that time system is called zero variant or invariant or has no degree of freedom. So system, whether system will be invariant, bivariant, that will be decided on the basis of how many phases are in equilibrium at that particular point. So in the system, if pressure or temperature is altered, 3 phases will not remain in equilibrium and one of the phase disappear. That we have to understand. So a point where 3 phases are in equilibrium, that time if we are changing either temperature or pressure, one of the phase disappears. So there are 3 conditions. 3 conditions when only one phase present. So only one phase present, that time what could be the degree of freedom? If 2 phases are there, are in equilibrium, then what could be the degree of freedom? When 3 phases are in equilibrium, then what is the degree of freedom? So in case of 3 phases, degree of freedom will be 0 because no variant, temperature and pressure we cannot change. When we have 2 phases on equilibrium, that time one variant we can change. So degree of freedom could be 1 and here degree of freedom could be 2. That we will see in water system. So in short, we can see when one phase present, system is bivariant, and when 2 phases are present, system is monovariant, and when 3 phases are present, system is non-variant. That we have to understand. So before starting water system, we have to understand 2 terms, that is phase diagram and phase boundary we have to understand. So phase diagram shows the regions of pressure and temperature at which its various phases are thermodynamically stable. This we will see in phase diagram. Phase boundary, a boundary between regions, shows the values of pressure and temperature at which 2 phases coexist in equilibrium. So phase boundary and phase diagram, that whole things we have to see in water system. So there are few things we have to see, which is also known as silent features of a phase diagram, that is areas, curves and triple points. So in all type of phase diagrams, whether we are learning phase diagram for water system, means one component system or two component system, in all phase diagrams we have to see something, that is areas, curves, that also we have to study, and triple. Since I have taken the example of water system in explanation of curves, areas, triple point and metastable equilibrium. So in water system, 3 curves, 3 areas and 1 triple point and 1 metastable point is present. So I am hoping now you are very much familiar with these terms. In my next lecture I will explain the phase diagram of water system. Thank you.